Welcome back or welcome to Yoga with Ciara. I have Bear with me as always. And this morning the class is being streamed at 6:30 in the morning because I have an NCT at 10 to 8. Yosef's away, so I'm heading off to do the NCT. And those of you in other countries, the NCT is where you get your car checked to see if it's still roadworthy. And so that's this morning. Today we're going to flow into flourishing, and we will start on the floor as always, a little bit of belt work, and then we'll rise to stand and we'll do a sun salutation with some variations. Really enjoying swan, but we're going to do motorbike on the ground, which is a bit like swan on the ground. It's very cool. So come land on the floor and we shall move and connect and begin. Yes, I have everything. Great. Hey, Bear. Great, so land. Arrive. Bring your arms long beside you and then round your shoulders forward. So your shoulders are lifted a bit off the floor. And then pull your shoulders backwards. And as you do so, something happens in your rib cage. So round your shoulders forward and then pull your shoulders backwards. Round, backwards. And can you make the movement smoother? Rounding forward. Pull your shoulders backwards. Rounding forwards. Shoulders backwards. Nice. So relax your shoulders and flatten into your lower back, the pelvic tilt. Arch your lower back. Flatten your lower back down and arch. Flatten your lower back down and arch. We're going to do both together. So as you flatten your lower back down, round your shoulders forward. And as you pull your shoulders back, arch into your lower back. So they're actually working together. As you flatten your lower back down, round your shoulders forward. And as you arch your lower back, pull your shoulders backwards. So see if you can find that flow. And as I do this, my palms face up as I arch, and then my palms face down as I round. So it's like I'm doing the cat pose on the ground. Can both shoulders move evenly? Nice. So grab your belt and hold on to your belt so that your arms are out at a 45-degree angle. So there's maybe around 3 feet between your arms, between your hands. And then pull your elbows to the floor and lift your chest, like you're trying to bring your chest to the belt. And then push the belt forward, round your back, flatten into the floor. So as you pull your elbows back, arch your back, pull your shoulders back. And then as you reach your arms forward, flatten your lower back down and draw your shoulders forward. So do that. Arching and flattening. Arching, pull your elbows back. Flattening, reach your hands forward. We're going to try it even closer. So bring your hands so they're straight up over your shoulders. And what happens when you pull your elbows to the floor? Try and bring your chest to the belt and then reach your hands forward. As you pull your elbows back, try to lift your chest to the belt. Fists up, flatten into your back. One more time. Chest rises towards your belt as your elbows go down. Pause there. So my bum is pushing into the floor, kind of my sacrum. My shoulders are pushing into the floor. My chin, I have a double chin. Statement of life. I have a double chin. Right now, I have a very big double chin. There's my chest, my rib cage is trying to rise towards my belt, and my back is arching. Pause. Nice. And then in the other direction, push your fist towards the ceiling. Your belt is shoulder width apart. Pull the back of your ribs to the floor. Your lower back is flattening and even a little bit rounded upwards. And your shoulders are rounded forward. You can, if you want, lift your head off the floor. Reach even more. It's like you're trying to push your fists. It's like you're on a BMX bike and the arms are really far away from you, or the handlebars. Nice, lowering all the way down. Nice. From here, draw your right knee up towards your right elbow and then stretch your right leg long and slowly reach your arms overhead. Bring your right knee up to your right elbow. Reach your arms overhead as you lengthen your right leg long. And again, draw your right knee up and lift your bum as you draw your right knee up. And as you reach your arms overhead, keep your bum floating. Elbow to your knee, bum is floating. Leg long, arms overhead, bum is floating. Elbow to your knee, bum is floating. Arms are long, legs are long, leg is long. Pause there. Reaching long through your arms. Try and imagine that you're going to pull your belt apart. Reach into your toes like your leg is the longest leg you've ever had. Nice. Bend your knee. Bring your foot to the floor. Other side. Left elbow to your knee. No, left knee to your elbow. Reach your arms long overhead. Stretch into that left leg. Elbow to your knee. Knee to your elbow. Long. Next time you bring your knee to your elbow, lift your bum. And now keep your bum in the air. Lift your arms overhead. Lengthen into that leg. Elbow to your knee or knee to your elbow. And then overhead. Knee to your elbow. And then pause. Bum is in the air. Arms are overhead. Get super long by pulling your arms apart and pushing your knuckles towards the wall above your head. Point into your toes. Nice. Release. Release your belt. Rock your knees from side to side. Swinging your knees towards the right and then towards the left. Right. Left. Right. And left. Nice. Squeeze both knees towards your chest. Hug them in. Squeeze them deeply down. Nice. Reach your arms overhead. Bring your toes to the floor. Tap. Squeeze your knees towards your chest. Bring your toes to the floor. Tap. Knees down towards your chest. Maybe you straighten your legs out to a 45-degree angle. Knees to your chest. Maybe your arms are going to a 45-degree angle. Squeeze your knees towards your chest. Long, whatever way long is long for you. Squeeze. Can you keep your lower back imprinted into the floor as you go long? And you keep that sense of connection. Long. Squeeze. One more time. Long. And squeeze. Super. So roll over onto your belly, actually. We haven't done any belly work. So roll over onto your belly. I'm going to turn towards you so you can see me. So start with your forehead on the back of your hands and your legs. For me, my feet always tend to be really far apart here. So I'm going to bring my feet a little bit closer than what is typical. And then lengthen down into the right leg and lift the right leg off the floor. And then lowering down. And then lengthen into the left leg and lift the left leg. And my whole pelvis is tilting for this to happen. So as I lift the right leg, my right hip is lifting, my bum is lifting. So really let that happen. As you lift, you're tilting your pelvis, you're twisting your pelvis. Right leg lifts, pelvis tilts. Left leg lifts, pelvis tilts. Lift. Lift. So then how would you keep your pelvis on the floor and lift your legs? So let's try that. So try and keep your pelvis on the floor. So to do that, I'm imagining pushing my hip into the floor and pushing my belly into the floor, but letting my thigh lift. Lowering down. Keep your hip on the floor, lift your leg. So there's a lot more effort into my lower back to keep the stability while looking for flexibility. So just feel that. Hip stays on the floor, lift your leg. And then try the first one again. Lift your leg, let your pelvis tilt. And suddenly you realize how much pelvic tilting is actually part of the lifting when we do this one. Tilt your pelvis, lift your leg. And tilt your pelvis, lift your leg. Nice. Pause. Take a breath, rock your bum, and take ease. It's raining here today, which is very nice for the plants. I was out watering the greenhouses, and yeah, it was just beautiful, beautiful smell in the air this morning. So we're going to do yogic swimming. So reach your arms out long in front of you. So you're not going to do the legs first. So like we did earlier, but we did it with our legs, lift the right hand and then lift your right side of your chest so your chest tilts a bit towards. So you lift your armpit and your chest and then lower down. And then lift your armpit and your chest on the left. So I'm rocking my chest, rolling my chest, twisting my chest as I lift my arm. As I lift my arm, it's like I'm looking under my armpit or looking under the elbow towards the left as I do this. So turn your head as well. Lift. Lift. What tells you you've gone to your maximum height? Where is that sensation in your body? For me, it's something in the rib cage and a sensation that then moves down my arm. What's your healthy maximum to lift to? Nice, pause. Bend your elbows, pause. Nice. So, one more version of this. We're going to do arms and legs together. So, the thing about when we start cross the body stuff, suddenly you can't twist as much. So lift your right leg and your left arm, and you can't twist as much, but you're trying to. Drop them down. Lift your left leg and your right arm. And lower it down. So cross the body. Arm and leg lifts. Arm and leg lifts. And what tells you you've gone far enough? What's the sensation of effort, of range, of what's the sensation? Is it strength that stops you? Is it flexibility that stops you? Is it discomfort that tells you don't go any further on that side of that arm? Notice what is and allow for all those different things to be included in your movement. Opposite arm and leg. Opposite arm and leg. Pause. Wow. Oh, that feels very nice. So push back and come into your downward dog. All the way back. And start with your knees bent in your downward dog and just lean into your lower back a little bit. So for me there, I was like, ooh, I can feel the arching and the work I just did in my spine. So I'm going to move slowly and steadily to connect in and round in and deepen in as I rock my pelvis. Nice, knees to the floor. And we were doing the cat pose lying down, so let's do the cat pose like this. So push your shoulders forward, flatten your lower back into the floor is what we were doing earlier, and round your back. And then arch your back. Try and bring your chest as close to the floor as you can, keeping your arms straight. Rounding your back, arching your back. And when we were lying on the floor, we brought our shoulders forward towards the ceiling and shoulders back towards the floor. Find that action now. How do you squeeze your shoulders back? Push your shoulders forward. Squeeze your shoulders back. Push your shoulders forward. And again, squeeze your shoulders back. Push your shoulders forward. Nice. Pause there, rounding your back. And now also round your lower back. Also tuck your chin in. Pause. And then arching your back, look forward. Pause. Lift your chest. Lengthen into your throat and neck. Pull your shoulders deeply backwards. Imagine the floor is there, so you're pushing your sacrum into the floor. Your back is arching. Nice. Tuck your toes under, push back, downward dog. Step your feet to the floor, walk your hands back, and just pause with your elbows on your knees. Nice. Reach the right hand forward, let it touch the floor. Pull your right elbow back and turn your chest towards the right. Touch the floor with your right hand as far as you can. Pull your elbow back. Lawnmower. Touch the floor, pull your elbow back, and then bring your fingers to the front of your shoulder and dial in your twist a little bit more. Then extend your right hand up towards the ceiling. Hi, Mary. Reaching, really push your elbow down into your left knee as you open into your chest. Widen your chest. See if you can widen into the back of your body. Lean into the back of your body. Nice. Change. Reach your left hand forward, touch the floor. Pull your left elbow back into lawnmower. Touch the floor. Elbow comes back. Touch the floor. Elbow comes back. Pause there with your elbow back and then bring your thumb towards the front of your shoulder so it changes the angle of your elbow. And then dial in your twist. So as soon as you do that, the front of your chest opens and lengthens. So it's not just the arm that's opening, it's the whole chest. And dialing in your twist will give you that chest movement. And then reach your left hand up towards the ceiling. Deepen your breath. Lean into the back of your body. Maybe sit your bum down a little bit more, but really feel that right elbow on your right knee. Let it be an anchor. Nice. Both elbows to your knees. Both hands to your knees. Rising all the way up. And then just bring your hands to your hips and just roll into your hips. And then roll in the other direction. Nice. So come stand to the front of your mat. Freaking plants. Okay, super. So front of your mat. We didn't do anything with the belt. Oh, we did with the chest belt. Yes, we did. Okay, so reach your arms wide. Bring your palms together, reaching up, looking up. Get super tall by pushing into your feet, straightening your legs, squeeze your bum, reach even taller. Bending your elbows, bending your knees, come all the way down, hands to the floor, forehead to your knees, hands to your shins, lift your chest and look forward, arching your back. Knees are slightly bent as you arch your back. Hands to the floor, step your right foot back, drop your right knee to the floor. Left hand, left knee, rising up, and then reach both arms up towards the ceiling, pull your elbows down into swan. But like we did on the floor, try and lift your chest forward, opening into the chest, breathing into your belly. Dive, just a little dive forward, and then pull your elbow back. Nice, both hands to the floor, lengthen your back leg, step forward, slowly rolling up. Reach your arms wide, palms come together, looking up, reaching up. Push down into your feet, squeeze your bum, push your hips a little bit forward as you get super long and tall. Bending your elbows all the way down, hands to the floor, forehead to your knees. Hands to your shins, lift your chest, look forward. Hands to the floor, step your left foot back, drop your left knee to the floor. Rising up, pull your elbows down into swan. Rising up, dive a little bit forward. Pull your elbows down into swan. Nice. Both hands to the floor, lengthen your back leg, step forward. Slowly rolling up, reach your arms wide, palms come together. Palms come to rest in front of your chest. Come sit on the floor. Grab your belt. So have your belt so that it's shoulder width apart and straight in front of your chest. And then pull the belt to your chest and try and really pull. How strongly can you bring your belt to your chest? So for me to do that, I lift my chest forward. So it's like it's not quite lawnmower. It's a bit higher than lawnmower. So I'm bringing it to the top of my chest across my pectoral muscles. Reach your arms forward. Now, if we were going to do lawnmower, how would you pull it lower down? So now it's lower down into my ribs as I do this. And then forward. Up towards the ceiling. Pull it down into swan. It's not going to go as far as swan. My belt is behind the back of my head. Up. And then just bring your arms forward, straight forward in front of your chest. Pull your shoulders back. Push your shoulders forward. Back with your shoulders. Forward with your shoulders. So this is the shoulder shrug, sitting upright. Shoulders forward, shoulders backwards. Forwards, backwards. Get rid of your belt, roll your shoulders. Nice, just twist gently towards the right. What do you need to flourish? What is the foundation of flourishing in you? So like nature, it needs water. So I'm very grateful for the water that's falling from the sky. It needs warmth, which it's getting at the moment. Twist towards the other side. It needs sunlight. And it needs tending to. So I'm out like weeding little bits and stuff because plants can get overwhelmed, a bit like us. If the stuff around you, if your resources are not equal to the stuff that's happening, then you can get overwhelmed. So the carrots that are really tiny, I have to be really careful not to let the weeds around it overwhelm my carrots. But when my carrots are bigger than the weeds, I have no worry about my carrots anymore. But there's a certain moment where if I don't have much resources, as in if it's very small, then those things around it will overwhelm my plants. The same thing with you. So all we can do is cultivate a sense of resources in our lives and aspire to or hope that they will be equal to or greater than the weeds that are growing around you. So just pause for a moment and just deepen into your resources. Right now, as you sit here, where is your wellness? You know, for me, turning up here is a very deep point of wellness in my day. Being in the garden in the morning, my first coffee in the morning, sitting out under the sky, just thinking about the feeling of nature and being with nature. My rocking chair, I have the most amazing rocking chair. My friends, my family, the connections I have in my day. I notice for you, what brings you wellness? What brings you joy? What supports you to flourish? Nice. So come lie on the floor if you wish. Hop off into your day if you wish. For me now, it's 5 to 7, and so I'm going to jump in the car and drive across and get to my NCT. So funny. So So have a fantastic day, and I'll see you tomorrow at 7. So it's normal time tomorrow. Um, and yeah, have a wonderful day. Enjoy noticing how to build your resources so that you are equal to the weeds around you. Be strong, be steady, and great. Ciao, ciao.